Dear learners, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Arif's iSchool. Today I have come again with narration. Today I will discuss some exceptional rules of narration. Sometimes the verb of reported speech remain unchanged. Today I will discuss when these verbs will remain unchanged. So let's start. The exceptional rules of narration. Verb will remain unchanged in reported speech. Number 1, repeating verb present or future. Number 2, universal truth. Number 3, habitual fact. Number 4, proverb. So, when the reporting verb of a direct narration is in present or future form, then the verb of reported speech will remain unchanged. Number 2, if the sentences of reported speech is universal truth or habitual fact or proverb or past historical events, then the verb will remain unchanged. Two actions happen at a time. Two actions happen at a time in reported speech, then we will never change the verb of reported speech. Sentence of imagined conditions. Sentence of imagined conditions and last, had plus third form and would, could, should, must, might and ought to. If the sentence of reported speech follow these conditions, then we will never change the verb. Okay, so now I will show you these rules with example. Exception 1. If the reporting verb is in present or future tense, then there is no change in the verb. See the example. She says, "My mom helped me." In this sentence, the reporting verb is says and it is in present form. So, in direct narration, the verb will remain unchanged. In the reported speech, the verb is helped. And in the indirect speech, the verb is unchanged. The verb helped is again used in indirect speech. So, if the verb, reporting verb is in present or future tense, then the verb of reported speech is not changed. See another example. They will say, "We went to market." In this sentence, the reporting verb is in future tense. The reporting verb is in future tense. So, the verb of reported speech will remain unchanged. For that reason, the verb went is not changed in the direct speech, and in the indirect speech in the both sentence we use went. And then rule number 2, if reporting speech has universal truth or habitual fact, then there is no change in the verb. See the example. Our teacher said the earth is round. Here the reported speech is an universal truth. The reported speech is a universal truth. So we cannot change the verb of the reported speech. Our teacher said that the earth is round. Here is unchanged. See another example. Rajiv said to me, he plays with right hand. He plays with right hand. It's a habitual fact. He plays with right hand. It's a habitual fact. So the verb will remain unchanged. In indirect narration, we use plays. We can't change the verb. So we will remain if the sentence of reported speech is in universal truth or habitual fact, the verb will be unchanged. Exception 3. If reporting speech has past historical fact. If reported speech has past historical fact, then there is no change in the verb. See the example. Our teacher said Akbar died in 1605 AD. In this sentence, it is a past historical fact, so we can't change the verb. In indirect sentence, our teacher said that Akbar died in 1605 AD. In this sentence, the died is not changed. See another example. The teacher said Bangladesh became independent in 1971. It's another historical fact, past historical fact. So in this case, the verb will also remain unchanged. In indirect speech, we have also used became. So in direct speech and indirect speech, in the both sentence, the verb is the same. Exception 4. If reporting speech has two actions to be happening at a time, there is no change in the verb. Now see the example. He said, my wife was making lunch when I was studying. In this sentence, there are two actions and they are happening at a time, at the same time. So the verbs will remain unchanged. In direct speech, we don't change the verb. Next example, Adil said, while I was playing, Salam gossiped. While I was playing, Salam gossiped. In this sentence, there are two actions and they're happening at the same time. So here the verb will also remain unchanged. Exception 5. If reporting speech has some imagined condition, then there is no change in the verb. See the example. She said, if I were rich, I would help him. If I were rich, I would help him. This is an imagined sentence. So the verb will remain unchanged. In indirect speech, the verb were and would remain unchanged. Next exception number 6. If reporting speech or reported speech contains had plus third form and would, could, should, must, might, or to, etc., then there is no change in the verb. So in the reported speech, when we find had plus third form or modal verb would, could, should, must, might, and or to, we can't change the verb. See the example. She said to me, you should obey your elders. You should obey your elders. Here the verb is should. So this modal verb will remain unchanged. In indirect speech, we also use should. See another example. Fatima said, I had done the work. I had done the work. Here, the verb is had plus verb 3. The verb is in the form had plus verb 3. So in this case, the verb will also remain unchanged. So, students, you will remember these 6 exceptional rules for answering the questions of narration correctly. If you have any problem, please inbox me using my email. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos and wait for some new grammatical items. Thanks to all.